Hey, what's going on everybody? It is Nick here, back with a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin Cash. Definitely want to update you guys on this one because we've got some pretty exciting stuff to really talk about. A little bit of speculation, but overall, I really just want to talk to you guys a little bit about Bitcoin Cash because I think there's a lot of doubters out there that really are doubting the idea of, what exactly, why Bitcoin Cash is pretty much going to be the future in terms of Bitcoin, because I think we're kind of seeing the fact that people don't like Bitcoin. Realistically speaking, it's way too slow to move. The fees are terrible. It's not sustainable for the environment, and we're seeing that. For the most part, saying something's going to flip Bitcoin and be the new Bitcoin in quotation marks when realistically, we don't really have anything to really compare it to. It's hard to say because right now we're just comparing it to gold. We're saying it's a store of value, and pretty much that's it. Because it can't be utilized in a currency form. And as much as people want to argue the fact that it's a currency, you pay for stuff with it and stuff. At the end of the day, it is such a lame excuse for a currency in terms of its actual fundamentals, because if we look at the statistics, it is so slow to move, and like I mentioned, it's terrible for the environment. The fees are astronomical, and it just requires so much time and effort to actually move it, and I think that we could do better, and I think we already have better, and I think it's Bitcoin Cash. And the reason why I think that it's Bitcoin Cash is because the fundamentals are there. And we'll go into that here a little bit. I already kind of went over them a little bit beforehand in one of my past videos. But for anybody that is new here, we'll also talk about that a little bit here as well. But for the most part, we got a crazy dip on Bitcoin Cash today, actually under $500, which is an incredible price to get into. So if anybody was able to get into it under, even $600, congratulations, that's awesome, because you can almost pretty much see that if you entered at $600, you're pretty much almost doing a 3x, because we were sitting at about $1,700 before this dip actually happened. Now, you can pretty much almost guarantee that you're going to 2x your buying at $600 to $1,200, because that's a pretty key level that we were at. I mean, we were trading above that for a few days actually. But for the most part, if we look here and we kind of see what led up to that was, a ton of trading sideways to really range up to that high. Now, of course, we broke down below key levels that we haven't seen since March. Now, back in March, I bought somewhere around here. I think it was like my average was like about $530. So yeah, I did lose money on this dip overall. I didn't sell, of course. I'm still hodling. But I was even buying back in January here at 360 and so dollars. But we will probably never see, below $500 for a very long time now, if not ever, because we're gonna range pretty high. My target is 10K. Now, I've seen a lot of people say 20K, 30K, 50K, it's going to flip Bitcoin, go to 60K. I think a lot of those numbers are a little bit too high. 20K, I could definitely see 20K happening, because even if we look here and we see even from current price point to 20K, we'll go to what we were trading at. Let me move this down a little bit. We'll go to what we were trading at here back on the 4th before the parabolic rise. So about to $20,000, it would be about almost 2,000%, which I don't think is unachievable at all. Realistically, we could pretty much do that, any time now. But like I said, my target is about 10K, which at 10K we would see from. We'll go back to that May 4th point and do a pattern up to 10K. It's a little past 10K, but overall we're looking at about a 900% increase in price, which we already know is nothing. Now, overall, what is the timeline for this? I think 10K is achievable by either the end of the summer or ranging into fall, like into pretty much December-ish. Now, if we do hit 10K by like July or like even August, then we could probably definitely range to 20K at least. Now, the reason why I'm so bullish on Bitcoin Cash, and we already kind of discussed this a little bit, is because of the overall fundamentals of Bitcoin Cash. Now, currently, right now, if we look at the live, coin watch, we could see that Bitcoin Cash right now is sitting at the number 10 spot, and it's actually, it has a lower market cap than DOT, even Doge, which is funny, ADA and XRP, pretty much everything that I love to talk about, except for Doge, of course. But for the most part, I think that Bitcoin Cash has a ton of room to really move. I think we could easily 2x the market cap from here, which would only be about the same market cap as DOT currently, which is nothing. So realistically, we could go to, easy, $1,400. Even if we did, a 4x from our current price point, right? It would bring us to about $56 billion. It would bring us to about ADA's market cap, a little bit over. Now at 4x, we would be at pretty much the all-time high. Once we pass that all-time high and go into price discovery, you guys already seen how quick an asset moves once it gets over that all-time high into price discovery. We've seen that with Matic. We've seen it with ADA. We've seen it with a lot of assets. That's why when we talk about XRP going over its all-time high and going into that parabolic rise, that's why we're talking about that, because price discovery is so underappreciated in this game, because anything could happen. A massive increase in volume could put us at, targets of 5 to 10K plus. And I think Bitcoin Cash could easily hit those targets. I mean, even if we look at Bitcoin Cash, I mean, this is the difference between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. And even going back, I hate to bring him up, but even if we look at Elon Musk's tweet about why they suspended Tesla because of the energy consumption and transaction, consumption as well of energy, we could see that that's a big pain point for a lot of people. And once this actually came out, a lot of people were kind of pulling the plug on it as well. But for the most part, that is a big problem. That's why even if we look over here at Bitcoin Cash, comparing it to Bitcoin, we see how fast is it, 100 plus transactions, and we see pretty much that's per second. So over 100 transactions per second, 3 to 7 transactions per second for Bitcoin, which is absolutely crazy. And then we also see how much does it cost to send. 3,800 times lower than Bitcoin's fees. I mean, it's under a penny fee per transaction on Bitcoin Cash. So I think that innovation and adoption for Bitcoin Cash hasn't even begun yet. So for our prices to be at almost a K, and we were trading at about $1,500, so to be at those prices now without adoption, and I'm talking about mass adoption in terms of it's being mainstream spread like Bitcoin was, I think we could easily hit that 10K mark. But even if we come down here, isn't gold more valuable? We see worldwide cash market is $100 trillion, 10 times bigger. Worldwide gold market is 10 trillion. And then we also see Bitcoin was just the first, that Bitcoin Cash is the next. And I think that it is. I mean, overall, I will argue with anybody who is a Bitcoin maxi that Bitcoin Cash could easily flip Bitcoin. It won't happen this year, it won't happen next year, but in time, I definitely see it happening, because we already see it. We see people pulling money out of Bitcoin. We see them saying, hey, the energy consumption, the green aspect of it is not good at all. And that's why again, with Bitcoin Cash, we already read that, with every transaction, I think it might be with every transaction, they print, or they don't print, they plant a tree. I believe, yeah, right here. So instead of fees, plant some trees. Bitcoin Cash is almost free to send. On every checkout, you could choose to help the planet coming soon. That is a huge key component as well, because like I said, we're marching into a green, sustainable world. We want to save the environment. We want to save the planet. This is a huge component. I think this is an incredible way to really boost that idea that, hey, you know, stop looking at Bitcoin in such a negative way. Look at it in a green way. This is Bitcoin Cash. This isn't Bitcoin. So I could easily see Bitcoin Cash pulling the 10K number. I think it could hit 20K as well, but I'm not going to sit on hopium waiting for 20K. 10K is my personal target. Again, it's all up to you guys. But yeah, I mean, I think Bitcoin Cash is an incredible investment long term. I think it could easily flip Bitcoin at some point. And honestly, I would leverage having as much Bitcoin Cash as anybody does having Bitcoin, because me personally, Bitcoin Cash just has what it takes to really be the next Bitcoin. Because I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, it is just a fork of Bitcoin, but it's doing things that are 10 times better overall. I mean, all the numbers are there. It's all factual. I mean, the statistics are just incredible for Bitcoin Cash. And with innovations like this, where they're adding the green aspect to it, they're helping pretty much boost the idea of being green to the extent of actually planting trees instead of, you know, having those fees at it. That's incredible. That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin Cash. I remain bullish on it. I think that, you know, this $1,600 range, almost $1,700 range, was just a little bit of a pit stop. That's why we had to gas up a little bit. That's why this dip was really needed. I think after this dip is cleared, I think that we range much higher. I think that 10K mark is definitely possible. 20K plus could happen. But again, like I said, I'm conservative, so I'm not going to wait on that. 10K is my personal target. But nonetheless, guys, that is pretty much my overall viewpoint still on Bitcoin Cash, letting you guys know that I remain bullish. Update you guys a little bit on it as well. But nonetheless, if you guys did enjoy this video and if you guys want more free knowledge, definitely check me out on Twitter and follow me. I'm giving away free knowledge on there all the time. If you guys do want to join the Discord, it's free. It's in the description below as well. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. I'm uploading a ton of free knowledge for you guys. Going to try grinding out a ton of videos for you as well. But for the most part, this has been Nick. Peace out.